Well, hello, this is Robert Hollis again. Welcome back. This is the third part of getting unstuck. Again, where I left off on the other videos is what I want to teach people to do, and get this, it wouldn't have to do anything with marketing or the industry that I'm in. But it's very important that you start using some other principles, and I talked about it on some of the other videos, of Think and Grow Rich. Now, you want to use other people's ideas, you want to use other people's efforts, and you also want to think about leverage and residual income. Now, leverage really simply is this, and please understand the simple principle of this, is not only do you want to put the time and the effort in with the right attitude to start to master this, but that was easy for me because all I did is found a mentor, a person that's already done it. And what I did is, out of all the things you got to master in this industry, whether it would be, how to contact contacts and how to present and how to train. And I'm trying to think of all the other things in your industry, a list of things that you would have to learn. What if you just got really good at getting excited and got really, really good at just promoting a system or promoting an event? See, my deal is when I got involved in this industry, the reason I made so much money so fast is my mentor was smart enough to put all that stuff together for me. He put all of it together for me. So all I had to do is very simply find people that were interested in changing one or more things in their life. Because bottom line, what we're looking for, and whether or not you can tell this is for you or not, I know it is if you're dissatisfied in any area of your life, the 5 things, if you're dissatisfied on your physical life, your spiritual life, your mental, that's, where you are mentally, socially, giving to community, and then financially. It's funny how I left financial for the last one. A lot of people do believe that money doesn't buy happiness. Well, I'm just saying that how do you know that? But the point is it's hard to make a decision whether or not money would buy you happiness if you've only tried one side. I've tried both. I know for a fact that poverty doesn't buy happiness. I figured that one out. So I thought I'd try the other way. And so for some of you, so you don't get mad at me, money actually does not create happiness. You got to work on that too. But man, it sure makes it simple to work on things. I sure have more time to work on the other 4 areas of my life now that I got money out of the way. And that all goes back to the lifestyle. I learned that, leverage really simply means learning something and then teaching others how to do it. And that's how you get leverage. So there's 2 thoughts of mind here. One is you could be a McDonald's employee, okay? 2, you could be a McDonald's manager. 3, you could be an owner of McDonald's. 4, you could have a lot of McDonald's. You could have 4 or 5 McDonald's and have a management company like Magic Johnson that used to be a professional basketball player for the Lakers. He now has a whole bunch of Starbucks, a whole bunch of Fat Burgers franchises. He also has movie theaters. He's not there running them. He actually has people trained, a management team, a management company, that trains people to run those. And now that they're running them, he's got this cash flow that comes in on a continuous basis all the time. So as I learned this industry, before I became an expert, here's another problem that people get stuck in, is they become an expert before their check says they should. Is that you? Stop doing that. Your job is very simply to get excited and promote an expert that really truly has a check. And I'm going to beat this in your head. You got to start listening to people that are documented. I know there's a lot of trainers out there now. Those trainers are saying, well, I'm a trainer now because I don't do your business anymore. Well, guess what? Before they're training me, before I'm allowing them to train my people, you better show me some documentation where you were successful before. I'm a NASCAR fan. So guess what? I believe Richard Petty, the king of racing, won 200 events, 7 world championships. He doesn't do it anymore. I'm going to let him teach people the art of NASCAR, the art of driving. But there's a lot of trainers out there right now And I don't want to mention any names, but they say, well, I'm a trainer now. Well, great. Show me what you did in a previous company. One of the reasons I wanted to put this video together with the accolades behind me is, listen, I know what I'm doing. And I've done it over and over and over again. And I'm not trying to brag here or try to press upon you something that I don't want to. But if you don't find someone like me, please take the time to find someone that is really, truly documented. I show my back office online. I show my checks. I show the growth that I have. Why? There's a lot of people out there. Here's another, how do you know that? Is people say, it's against the law to show your income. That is a lie. Pick up the phone and call the Attorney General of your local state and say, listen, is it against the law for someone to show their income? That's a lie. That is a lie. So guess what? I'm exposing all those people in every industry that it's not against the law to show your income. What is against the law? If I said to you that you can do it too, and you can do it within 3 months, that's now me promising you an income or a projection of income, like a stock. If you buy this stock, well, guess what? Google went from here to here. If you buy this stock and it does like Google, then it's going to go from here to here. That's an income projection where I'm telling you that you can do it too. Now, here's what's so hilarious about this. The government, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, the attorney generals of your local state, all these guys are saying right now that I have to tell you that if you're typical or average, below typical or below average, the chances of you making money in anything is 0. You'll never make any money ever. That's what they tell me to tell you. Because I can't project what you could make. But if you put the effort in that I did, if you follow what I was taught, if you do what I tell you to do, and you follow it and stop using your ideas, you're going to get results. And only your results is based on your pop, your realization that if you can do it, or they can do it, I can do it, you can do it, and then you go out and you do exactly what that is. If you do that, you're going to get results. Now, how much results? That's totally up to you. That's totally up to the amount of effort and focus that you put into it. I know this one thing, and I've been debated about this for my 23 plus years in this industry, is I still believe that anyone, including you, can do this. I 1000% believe it. I can show you how to remember the times in your life where you had that pop, you had that realization. Another example, and I hope I'm not offending anyone, but as a child, you grow up, and me personally, I love using me, there was a time when I thought, oh my God, girls have cooties. I'm not interested in kissing a girl. Ugh, eck, germs, no way. And then all of a sudden I started changing a little bit, and a little pick here, a little kiss here, really nothing. I just didn't understand what the big deal was. And then all of a sudden it's that one first kiss, that one thing that just happened to be perfect. And when you have that kiss, pop, realization, wow, this is what they've been talking about. It's funny, people that I've taught this industry to have tried to go out and do other things because leverage is so important. So now as you're learning to use this leverage, they'll go out and try to do other things, and then they can't get that leverage. And they come back and they say statements like this. I was just sharing this with a friend of mine. It's like it's in my blood. Well, yeah, me now being an employee, working for somebody else, not using leverage by teaching other people and getting a small percentage off them like a company owner. Think about this for some of you that haven't been exposed to this industry at all. They say, well, listen, I don't think it's okay for me to teach other people how to be successful or allow a system, what you should use. If you could get in this business and let other people teach your people as they're teaching you, and you get a percentage off their success, that's called leverage. Now, instead of one person, you might have 3, 5, 50, or in my case, 350,000 people and 7 countries that are responsible for my income. Now, you don't have to be a mathematician or a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist to know that I'm doing financially well if I got 350,000 people in 7 countries responsible for my income. I can show you how to do that, and I did that within 2 years by very simply keeping a simple system that will actually go out there and train your people the same time you're being taught. Very important to have leverage. The other one I was talking about, a satisfied customer base. I think anyone that's watching this video, whether you've gone to Costco, you've gone shopping, got a car, you use your telephone service from your local wireless company, your cable TV, how about your electricity? Guess what? Every one of those companies are focused on acquiring customers and keeping those customers happy. When I say this statement, some people are going to get upset, but this is about you getting unstuck. The only way you can make passive residual income, only way, is if you have a satisfied customer base that will use the product every single day over and over and over again without earning income. See, there's a lot of businesses out there, and I've been a part of them, where they all are focused on this financial thing. The only thing they're focused on is financial, and it's how many people can you get into the business. Well, guess what? You could teach them, but they're not that good because 95% of the people are not sales types. I can show you how to be successful by getting into something that you're happy of. You could be an artist. You could be a person that loves to train horses. I can teach you how to find a bigger customer base, a loyal customer base. And when this customer base continues to pay you and they're loyal and they pay every month, now you have passive residual income. You cannot get it by just recruiting and building a group. You can't. So that's another thing I'm going to cover in some of the other stories. So now let's recap a little bit. You know, the one thing that you want to do is you got to understand that while you're building this, one of the points that I show in other training, and I don't have time to go into it because that's more on the training of the industry, is that I want you to think of this. And I know that you could be a person that loves music. You could be a person that loves actors and movies. You could be a person that loves sports. But let me ask you this question. I'm going to use Kobe Bryant as the LA Lakers. Now, isn't it amazing that this guy has an agent? Do you know who the agent is? A lot of people don't. I purposely have not done research on the internet because I don't want to know, so I can continue to tell the story. So if you know, don't tell me. But bottom line is this agent, we know a number of things about this guy. One is he probably has more than one athlete, and who knows? He could also be a manager and an agent for actresses and people that are in music. He then goes out and gets them promotional deals with Nike and you know, all kinds of commercials. And what he does is he gets a percentage on the total income of that athlete, that movie star, that singer. Now, we all know that he represents more, and it could be a she, and they represent a number of people. And we also know that they continue to go out and find other people. So wouldn't it be cool that you don't have to be all the things that you think? The whole thing I was talking about, how do you know that? Here's another pet peeve that I have other than people that are not documented teaching other people and telling them what to do. Again, man, that is a key point. But the other thing is the other pet peeve that I have is that people know too much and they assume based on their knowledge. So I got people all the time, even while you're watching these videos, you go, well, I know what he does. No, you don't. Because here's how I know you don't. If I'm making 6 figures a month, again, you could if you applied yourself. If I'm making 6 figures a month and you knew what I did and then you don't do it, ding, don't get mad at me for saying this, can't fix stupid. You just can't fix stupid. People go, oh, I know exactly what you do. So you're telling me that you're not willing to work really hard for 1.5 years so that you can make 6 figures a month and never work anymore. So I know what you do, I'm just not going to do it. No, you don't know what I do. But guess what? I will share with you. My whole goal during the other training videos that you're going to see, these are just really quick videos that I wanted to put together to sort of get your mind in the right place. You got to start changing what you think. First, you have to acknowledge that you don't like where you are. Second, you got to start changing the way you think. I love Science of Getting Rich. This book starts to get you to think in a creative mindset, not a competitive mindset. A lot of world right now, the whole world, the media, you can't watch it, CNN, constant negative news. They're telling you right now that we're in a recession, the worst ever. More people been unemployed than any time in history. They've been telling us, oh my God, you know, there's never been more people in poverty in the United States and throughout the world. Well, guess what? In this time, you got a person named Mike Zuckerberg. And he's Facebook, and he's the youngest person to billionaire status. My income is growing every single month for the past 2 years. I didn't get the memo. Mike Zuckerberg didn't get the memo. He had the best year 2010 ever. I mean, not only ends up everywhere, gets a movie about himself. The movie wins awards. He beats Google. He beat Google at the end of the year for more people hitting him. Some of us didn't get the memo. Some of us got the realization that if the world's changing, we got to change. Some of you are watching this video and you're seeing the world change right in front of your face, but you're not going to change. You're going to be left behind. You got to learn the principles. You got to change the way you think. And if you work on it each and every day, the other one is stories. Stories, 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 stories. You got to listen to other people's inspirational stories, and you got to start working. You got to build a ritual. A ritual. I call it RCH, not a good speller. But you got to have a ritual of every single day listening to that song, watching a video, watching somebody else's video that inspires you to go, wow. You know, there's a large group of people out there that are doing good. We don't hear about them. You know, they said that Bill Gates, you know, makes more money now than he ever has. And Bill Gates now, him and his wife and his father, are now doing nothing but just giving away billions and billions and billions of dollars to children all over the world. You know, for health and medication. And, you know, why is it that there's this group of people that are doing well and then everyone else is doing bad? My goal is to teach you how to start learning from and hanging around people that are good. It doesn't mean you have to get rid of your friends and families, but you got to start hanging around individuals that are not, oh, woe is me, the world's going to end at 2012. It's not. You know, it's going to be just like year 2000. Everyone was hanging around 1999, and all the computers are going to quit, and it's going to be a national disaster. I don't understand why people believe that, you know, what, December 21st, 2012, the world's going to end. I'll tell you what, if it does, between now and then, I guarantee I'm going to have more fun than you. I guarantee it. I'm going to live every day like it's going to end. But wait a minute, I've been doing that already. So again, you want to watch who you're listening to. You got to get that realization. I'm going to help you on the other videos. You got to ask for help. If you've been involved in other companies and not succeeded, listen to me. If you've been in other companies and not succeeded, guess what? They had a product, the industry works. Avon, 100 years old, $10.8 billion a year, traded on the stock exchange. This industry works. So if they had a product, the industry works, other people are successful in other companies, guess what? There's only one thing that is in common with every one of those failures. You. You got to change you. And I'm going to help you. I know that you can do this. I know that I know. So I hope that you got a chance to watch the other two videos of the UnStuck series. Again, my goal is to be able to continue to put training in this website over and over again. You know, get with the people that invited you to this series and say, listen, where can I get some more information? Because I know that you can do this. See, if you failed before, maybe you didn't fail. Maybe you just didn't have the support and the right information to do this right. Thank you very much. I wish you all the blessings in the world, and I wish you incredible health and happiness for you and your family. And don't ever forget, I know you can do this. Take care and God bless.